Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. The Hazleton area varsity cheerleaders held a showcase event on Sunday in preparation for the National High School Cheerleading Championship. Head coach Tiffany Yarish said the team will be traveling to Orlando, Florida this week to compete at Nationals for the third year in a row.
It's our 4th district title consecutively, which is incredible. That's unprecedented to be able to continue to win at districts against all the best teams in your area. But also, I've been back now for 3 years. I coached in the early 2000s, took a break, and now I'm back, and all 3 years we have made it to Florida, which is unbelievable. It's just a testament to the kids and their hard work and the incredible coaching staff that we have. We set a goal from day one. They actually do a vision board, and 90% of those goals have nationals in them. So they just stuck to it, and I believe what you put out is what you get back. We manifested it, and we're going again.
Yarish said the team has been preparing for nationals since May.
We are a 10-month season, which is the longest season of any of the sports. We start preparing right in May after tryouts, and we go all season, all summer, all winter, all fall. We compete up to 15 times to continue to get a score sheet, and every time we take that score sheet back and try to improve on what was put out there, because we are a judged sport, so we want to take those opinions and really learn how to improve from there. We also do a lot of conditioning. We actually utilize our weight room. We have an amazing coach, Coach Mack, who does our strength and conditioning, and she's incredible with the teams. And so she has trained them up until we started competing, and then we continue conditioning through the season. Something also is every day that we're not together, the girls have to send me a workout, and they send it via video, and they do that workout every day. It's part of their process, so we have never stopped.
To qualify for nationals, Yarish said the team had to receive a bid at one UCA regional competition. However, Yarish said the team didn't stop there and ended up receiving bids at 3 different regional competitions. Senior Kaylee Shimani said the hard work pays off when they improve on the mat.
So it's a lot in the beginning, a lot of full outs, a lot of running the routine like over and over again just to make sure that the mistakes don't happen at this level of competition. And it's just trusting our technique, trusting our talent and our skills, and just hoping that what we do at practice shows on the mat at competition.
At the national competition, the Hazleton team will be performing their traditional routine and their game day routine. Shimei said one of her favorite parts of the season is the bond that forms between the team players.
I would just say just the bond we've created with this team, it's unlike anything that we've ever been a part of. So we've just been doing everything together and thriving together, and it's definitely helped us stay positive and have a better season than ever before.
Senior Gabriella Kundra said one of the ways the team bonded was through journaling exercises at practice.
Journaling brought us closer together because we would come in together and everybody would say, like, Tiffany would give us like something to answer for the day, and we'd go around the circle and everybody would answer like the question or whatever and put it in the journal.
Senior Erica Salco said placing at states has also helped motivate the team going forward.
We just got done at states, we're top 10 in the state, so getting that feeling is really helping us lead up to nationals and knowing we could compete with all the big teams.
The Hazleton cheerleaders will leave for nationals on Wednesday, February 5th. The team's first round of performances at the national competition will be streamed on Varsity TV on Friday, September 6th at noon and at 8:55 p.m. in the evening. The team will return to Pennsylvania on Monday, February 10th. The Greater Hazleton Area YMCA reopened its doors this weekend after being closed for more than 5 years. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held on Friday to celebrate the opening of the YMCA's Early Education Center. The opening of the center marks the completion of Step 1 in the building's renovation plan, which will continue with plans to reopen the facility's gymnasium and pool. Officials say the reopening of the facility was made possible through donations from businesses, government grants, and efforts by volunteer board members. The ribbon cutting was followed by an open house on Saturday for interested families. Officials say the hope is that the Early Education Center will provide child care to 75 children from infants to 5-year-olds during the first phase of the reopening. The child care program is tentatively scheduled to begin on the first week of March. Emergency crews responded to a barn fire in Hollenbach Township on Sunday evening. Crews were dispatched to the scene on East County Road around 6 p.m. and worked the scene for about 2 hours. It is unknown at this time if any injuries were sustained in the blaze. The cause of the fire has not yet been released. Coming up on WYLN News, a man from Nanticoke is charged with selling fentanyl and crack cocaine. Plus, 2 deer test positive for chronic wasting disease in Luzerne County. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's only nationally ranked hospital. We turn setbacks into comebacks one movement at a time. Learn more at lvhn.org/ortho or 833-LV-ORTHO.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old. So it's gonna snow, so get your jackets on in case you want to play in the snow. And if you don't want to play in the snow, don't get your jackets on.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years. Attention, WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. For many years, Dr. John Dagenhart has been a beacon of hope and healing in the Hazleton community. As the founder of Dagenhart Chiropractic Health Center, he has dedicated his life to improving the well-being of countless individuals through chiropractic care. In this special episode of Let's Talk Chiropractic, we will revisit the inspiring stories of several of Dr. John's patients whose lives have been transformed under his care.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A man from Nanticoke is facing charges for allegedly selling fentanyl and crack cocaine. According to officials, Kane Knight was taken into custody on Thursday, January 30th, following a 3-month-long investigation by the Pittston City Special Investigation Unit and the Nanticoke City Police Department. During the investigation, police say numerous purchases of crack cocaine and fentanyl were made throughout multiple communities in Luzerne County. Upon executing a search warrant for Knight's home and vehicle, investigators say fentanyl, packaging material, and a 9mm handgun were found and seized. Knight has been charged with manufacture, delivery, or possession with intent to manufacture or deliver a controlled substance and person not to possess firearms. His bail has been set at $200,000. The Pennsylvania Game Commission has announced that 2 deer have been tested positive for chronic wasting disease, or CWD, in Luzerne County. Chronic wasting disease is a fatal neurological disease that affects deer and elk. Experts say the disease is spread through direct animal-to-animal contact and is not known to affect humans or other species. However, the CDC recommends not consuming the meat of a CWD-positive deer. Officials say that one of the deer was harvested by a hunter and that another was from a captive facility. Both of the deer were adult males. According to officials, this is the first time chronic wasting disease has been detected in northeastern Pennsylvania, and the detections were 40 miles from the nearest wild CWD detection. The deer breeding farm where the deer was found has been placed under a 5-year quarantine order that will be extended if any additional cases of CWD are found. The Game Commission will be hosting an information meeting to answer any questions from the public regarding the detections on February 27th at 6 p.m. The meeting will be held at Penn State Hazleton in room 115 of the Graham Building. Wyln is bringing Hazleton area basketball into your living room this season. You can catch the Hazleton area boys basketball team on Thursday, February 6th as they take on the Dallas Mountaineers at 7 p.m. Or you can catch the Hazleton area girls basketball team on Monday, February 3rd at 7 p.m. as they face Wyoming Valley West. Watch the games live on Wyln or watch them anytime on the Wyln TV 35 YouTube channel. Coming up on Wilkes-Barre's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Port Carbon Part 1. Plus, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Imelda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. And stay right here on Wyln. We'll be right back.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, La-Z-Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. Like and follow Wyln News on Facebook for the Wyln News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Wyln programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1, 2, 3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35.
Prior to 1800, much of central Schuylkill County was a large swamp with thick woods flanking it on all sides. Among the first known settlers of this area was carpenter Ludwig Steitzel, who arrived in 1807 and built a sawmill in the west end of today's borough. Other settlers, including Philip Faust and Shadrock Lord, would soon join him there. And then there was Abraham Pott. The son of Pottsville's eventual founder John Pott, Abraham bought nearly 600 acres of land from his father in 1826 and then began selling it to those who wished to purchase it. Pott knew the land would be valuable, as it was known by then that there were deep coal deposits underground. The question, though, would be how to get the coal to market when it was mined out. The answer to this would come in the canal boom that swept America in the early part of the 19th century. Some early settlers, including Abraham Pott himself, had boated coal down the nearby Schuylkill River in the century's first decades. The area would get a strong boost, though, from the Schuylkill Navigation Company, which had begun building the Schuylkill Canal in 1821. It would reach the area in 1828, when a section extending to Mount Carbon was completed. Coal wharfs quickly sprang up in the vicinity. Among them was the Firth Dock, named for Philadelphia merchant Thomas Firth, who owned the land in question, and which could hold between 10 and 15 barges. The rapid rise of coal transportation in the quickly growing community around the new canal would give it the name Port Carbon after the Black Diamonds. Port Carbon would become the northernmost point of the Schuylkill Canal, which would head south over 100 miles to Philadelphia, with a total elevation drop of 588 feet along the way. The canal would play a major role in allowing coal to fuel the early stages of the Industrial Revolution and in triggering the growth of the southern anthracite fields. To get some of this coal to the canal, Abraham Pott would build the first railroad in Schuylkill County in 1827. Stretching a half mile from the wharves into Black Valley, the railroad was comprised of wooden rails covered in iron, and its cars were pulled by horses. Pott would build a longer line stretching 4 miles to near today's St. Clair. The line would eventually be absorbed into the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad, which served Port Carbon for decades thereafter. As canals boomed across America, so too did the Schuylkill Canal. Its most profitable years would be between 1835 and 1841, although its overall tonnage record of 1.7 million tons would be set in 1859. Progress, however, would leave the canals behind sooner than the Schuylkill Canal's leaders could imagine with the rise of the railroads. In Port Carbon itself, the canal basin would be largely abandoned in 1850, as it had become too expensive to maintain it and clear out the debris that kept falling into it. A few boats would still travel into town carrying goods from Philadelphia and the waterway, but railroads by then were making water routes quickly obsolete. The Schuylkill Canal would be abandoned above Port Clinton in the southern end of Schuylkill County in 1891, and was shut down completely by 1931. The section in Port Carbon would be filled in by the 1960s, although the remains of the Firth Dock can still be seen off Route 209 today. The rise of railroads as the canals declined opened the opportunity for businesses connected to the rails to thrive. The Port Carbon area got a boost in that regard in 1854 when William Harris opened a rolling mill across the river in Palo Alto. Producing iron for use in rails, what became known as the Palo Alto Rolling Mill was a quick success. Indeed, when it was subsequently purchased by Benjamin Haywood, he would build a second rolling mill to augment the original mill, and the Philadelphia and Reading would erect a roundhouse and machine shops near both mills. Although it had been founded in 1826, Port Carbon would not be officially incorporated as a borough until April 23, 1852, when a special act of the state legislature authorizing its incorporation would be signed by then-Governor William Bigler. Elections were quickly arranged to appoint town leaders, and Ross Bull, who ran a shoe store in town, would be named the community's first mayor. Other than a brief period in 1855, Bull would hold the position continuously until his death in 1892. Bull also has the honor of being, to date, the only Schuylkill County resident to be officially nominated for President of the United States. He would get the honor at the 1880 Republican National Convention in Chicago, courtesy of elector W.J. Whitehouse. Whitehouse, frustrated at Pennsylvania Senator Matthew Quay's efforts to derail the effort to nominate Maine's James G. Blaine, put forth Bull's name for the presidency as a protest. In the end, James Garfield would get the Republican nomination for the 1880 election.
Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Like and follow Wyln News on Facebook for the Wyln News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Welcome back to Carril-Gamo's County Report. I'm joined here as always with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Carril-Gamo. Romilda, how's it going?
Yeah, very well. How's it going with you?
It's going pretty good.
Good,
Still a cool time of year, but I'm
is.
still doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I know today you want to share with us some updates regarding the election task force here in Luzerne County and how they will be taking precautions for any elections that happen here within the county and make things a lot more safe and fair for everybody.
Right. Yesterday, we made an official announcement of our election task force. It consists of 4 citizen volunteers. They reached out to me after the first announcement, and they will be on the task force. Our chairman of council, John Lombardo, will be on the task force. Council member Patty Krasnowski, she will be on the task force as well. And an election board member, Rick Morelli, will be on the task force, and it will be led by Jim Rose, who is the division head for administrative services, which oversees elections. This task force is really going to look at what improvements and changes need to be made at the state level. And we'll have a document, and then the task force, along with anybody else, will be able to meet with our representatives in Harrisburg and tell them these are the changes that need to be made. There are some very, very significant and fundamental changes that have to be made in Harrisburg. It's out of control of the county after the last election. There were numerous counties. Matter of fact, most of the counties that I spoke to, representatives from those counties, experienced the same challenges and hurdles that we did, and there has to be change. And the only way that that'll happen is if our representatives in Harrisburg do that.
Absolutely, yeah. It'll definitely make be a lot busier for the county to get this task force underway. But it is, as you said, a very important thing to do just to ensure that the election is very safe and protocol goes as planned for something as strenuous as the election.
Exactly. We need updated equipment. We have to have better interfacing with Harrisburg. The system that we use is antiquated. And we have to move forward, and it has to be done, and it has to be bipartisan. Our elected officials have to do their job.
Absolutely. I know another update you want to share with us is in regards to artificial intelligence and how the county is starting to get their hands into that sandbox there. So you can tell us a bit about that.
Right. Well, my phone is far more intelligent than I am. Definitely smarter. But as is being done on the federal level and the state level, appointments have been made for Chief Artificial Intelligence Officer. And we appointed Attorney Vito DeLuca as our Chief AI Officer. He has many, many years as a practicing attorney. He's the first assistant in our Office of Law, and he is very technologically, he has a very high prowess with technology. He'll be working with our IT department to do trainings, to have protocols. Artificial intelligence is here to stay. We want to make sure that our staff is trained what to use, what not to use, and hopefully we'll be able to use artificial intelligence to provide services for our residents. For example, maybe translations, things like that. So we're really excited about it, and we'll be giving periodic reports, and hopefully I'll have him here. He can talk about what his plans are.
Absolutely. So it's very, very fascinating, and as you said, hopefully it can bring a lot of usefulness to the residents of Luzerne County. There are many different services. And the last thing I wanted to ask you about today was in regards to the town hall that you had over in Pittston earlier this month. If you could tell us about how that went for you guys.
Right, it was great. We had it at the Pittston Library, which is just really a great facility, and we had our division heads there, and they spoke about some of the accomplishments in 2024 and some of the projects going forward. So it was really a good evening. The next one is going to be in Whitehaven. We're trying to go to different spots throughout the county and bring the administration to the people. So we'll be announcing more information about the town hall in Whitehaven, date and time. It'll be at the Whitehaven Library as well, which is really a beautiful facility. But we'll have more information on that, and we're all looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Really great way to get the public informed and involved with the officials of the county in that way. So it's very nice to see it went well for you guys. Well, as always, I want to thank Romoda Krokema for joining us here on Krokema's County Report. We'll see you next time.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,